Well, welcome back to the Guardian Project Podcast Paper Commander stream. We are joined once again by Chris and Colin. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm your host, Andy.
And I'm your other host, Mike Coil.
And for this game, we are just playing some regular Commander. We'll go around the table. We randomize the player order, and we've already resolved mulligans. Chris is first, and I'm last. I don't know how I drew the short end of the stick this time, but I did. So, Chris, what are you playing?
I am running a Gishath Dino Stompy deck. It's Dino Tribal.
Dino Tribal.
Nice. It's Mike Coil. I'm playing Jori and Ruin Diver, something people haven't seen on stream yet. It is pretty much blue-red draw cards, maybe a little control-y here and there, but
You know.
Fun. I'm Colin at Colin O'Clock. I have Athreos, God of Passage OG Athreos. Pulled that out of a mystery booster box and thought, hey, let's build a deck with it. So sort of aristocrat-y. Haven't played it with it on stream yet also, so this is a stream debut for this. Played with it a couple of times with my local play group here, and had a lot of fun with it. We'll see how it does.
All right. And I am playing Marisi, Breaker of the Coil. It says when your opponents cannot cast spells during combat, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you go to each creature that player controls. So until your next turn, they attack each combat and someone other than you. So I'm going to try to make it so that people don't swing at me with creatures. And before we get started, make sure you check out our show, The Guardian Project Podcast. We record new episodes every Wednesday. You can find us on whatever platform you listen to. And all of the links to these decks will be in the show notes below. And if you are watching us on YouTube and you like our content, please don't forget to subscribe and like and follow. We appreciate that a lot.
Hit that bell so you know when all of our videos are uploaded the moment they're uploaded.
Which is every Sunday. And we do stream Paper Commander every Thursday. And I think we're ready to go. Yeah?
All right.
Chris is up.
Yeah.
Draw for turn, and a very, very anticlimactic first play of a tapped Raging Ravine. Pass turn.
All right.
Right. I will draw. I will play this island and then tap it and cast a Soul Ring and then pass the turn.
Oh, all right.
Target acquired.
That's fine.
Playing this shiny swamp here and passing the turn.
All right, draw. I'm going to play this tap Jungle Shrine, and then I will pass my turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. It's just going to be a bunch of tap lands to start this. I will play a Sun Petal Grove tapped because I don't actually control a forest or a plains. And I will pass turn.
Slow and steady wins the race, right?
Yeah, right now for sure.
Untap and draw. I'll play this Is It Guildgate tapped and pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. We're going to play a Plains and tap 2 for a Malefic Scythe from M21.
What does that do again?
So whenever it enters the battlefield with a soul counter on it, so I'll put a counter on it here in just a second. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it, and whenever the equipped creature dies, you put another soul counter on it. Its equip cost is 1, which makes it super good because it's cheap to equip and just makes things big as things die. And speaking of die, I left my die over there, so I'll be right back.
Okay. I will untap and draw. And I am going to play a mountain, and then I am going to cast Farseek to search for a plains, island, swamp, or a mountain and put it onto the battlefield tapped. I am going to grab a plains of some sort because it is not a basic plains. And then I pass my turn.
Okay. Untap, draw. And for the third time in a row, I'll play Fortified Village this time. Enters tap. Although I just drew a play for the turn, so I'm going to tap for 2. to play a Drover of the Mighty. It's a 1/1. If I control a dinosaur, it gets +2/+2, and I can tap it like a Birds of Paradise to add a mana of any color.
All right.
I will pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm gonna cast an Anticipate.
Nice.
And I grabbed Canopy Vista. Is what I grabbed there.
Chris, you spoke about your Magic history. I also started around the same time, but hadn't played in a very long time in between then, and came back at the cusp of Ixalan to Rivals of Ixalan, and Drover the Mighty. Like basically all I did was jam dinosaurs, like every draft. So I think I have like 1,000 of those.
Yeah, interesting, because it's funny you said that. Rivals of Ixalan was the first pre-release I did in like, so
Same.
funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Yeah.
Did we lose Coil?
No, he didn't lose me.
Oh, you're thinking? You're thinking?
Yeah,
I
this
drew
is
a
a
really
it's a blue-red
interesting
deck,
card.
you know.
Drew a really interesting card, and I don't know if I want to play it or not.
You gotta. It's on stream.
Oh, it's played eventually. I don't know if I want to play it right now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna tap 4 here, but I'm only gonna use 3. I'm gonna leave up 1 colorless, and I'm gonna cast my commander, Jori.
Nice.
So when you cast your second spell each turn, you draw a card?
Correct.
Okay.
So then I'm gonna tap 1 blue, and I'm gonna cast Thought Scour. I will target myself, but I have a trigger on the casts with Jorian to draw a card.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'll target myself to put the top 2 cards of my library into my graveyard, which is Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, and Firebrand Archer. And then I'll draw a card.
Also nice.
And with 7 cards in hand, I'll pass.
Hispanic at the Disco is in chat asking Chris how Gishath is playing if you're still whiffing.
Well, you will find out soon, I guess. This is the first one, Jesus. I played as Torbrand last game.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap 3 for my commander, Athreos. It is not currently a commander, or not currently a creature. And I'll pass the turn.
All right, untap. I will draw for turn. I am going to play a Grey Pelt Refuge tapped. I gain a life. And then I will... Oh, that's not gaining a life. That's trying to change my commander. And then I am going to play... let's see. A Sakura Tribe Elder. And I'm going to play a Birds of Paradise. And then I pass my turn.
All the mana.
I need mana for this deck.
You do.
Okay, untap. Oh, Andy, I hesitated there because I was thinking I wasn't next for some reason.
Oh.
Let's see here. It's weird because I was following you last game too, so I don't know why I hesitated.
Oh, and thanks for the follow, both Chris and Jesus. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm going to play a Temple of Abandon, again, tapped. Scry 1.
Did you find a 5th tap land?
I did, actually, but it's a good one. I'm going to put it on the bottom. It's funny you said that, because yes, it is yet another conditional tap land. It's going to the bottom, because I don't need any more of those. I hesitate, because I still need land, but... and I will play, sitting on 4 mana, I'm actually going to, I am going to play for 3 mana, a Kinjali's Sunwing. It's a 2/3 flyer, and what it says is creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
That's a thing.
Untap. And I'll draw.
Chris, you and I are playing the same card. I had this in the Fire Song deck too. I'm living vicariously through the spells that you're casting.
All right,
I'm
Harold.
curious. I'm excited to see the deck list after Colin.
Yeah, I got to put it together. I'll get it up for the link.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana.
Is it the card you wanted to hold off on, Coil? Are we seeing it this turn?
No, I don't think you're seeing it this turn.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass.
Oh, okay.
What? Wow. Okay.
That sounds about right.
All
Ominous
the lands tap
play.
blue.
Yeah, the ominous Izzard player, which is like, I'm just passing.
So some of us are able to play our conditional tap lands untapped. Isolated Chapel, what's up?
Wow.
wow.
Shade Throne.
Shade Throne. Although I don't have a whole lot that I can do with it. So this could be one of the worst spells ever cast. I'm gonna cast a 4-mana 2/2 Gravedigger with no enter the battlefield effects whatsoever. Then I'll just be
brutal.
passing the turn.
All
That's
right.
that's like it reminds me
Sacrificing
of
this.
Chandelar, playing Chandelar, and like that's like the only creature you have in the hand.
Yeah.
You wanted like a Drudge Skeletons, but you don't even have that.
That's okay. I'm sure I'll be able to get it out of the graveyard later if it dies.
I'll grab a mountain for sacking that. Sakura Tribe Elder. And then I will untap, upkeep, draw. And I am going to play... I'm not really a fan of either of these, in all honesty.
Just do what I did and pass.
No. I'm going to pay 2 for a Lightning Greaves. And then I'm going to pay 3 for a Goblin Spy Master. It's
And then it's tapped.
and
Actually,
tapped.
yeah. Colin, yours
Yeah,
doesn't have that.
Gravedigger also. Sorry, missed that.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
And then so it's a 2/1 with first strike that says at the beginning of each opponent's end step, they create a 1/1 red goblin that says all of their creatures attack each combat of Fable.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to equip Lightning Greaves to Goblin Spy Master.
Nice. No response.
And then I'm going to go ahead and just pass.
I'm getting my goblin tokens out. Is it at Spy Master is at end step?
It's at your end step, each opponent's end step.
Okay.
So not at at yours. Red
So
goblins
untap.
with forcing attacks.
Yeah, upkeep, draw. This is my last land from hand, and it's not coming in tapped. Firelit Thicket.
Hey,
Wow.
On board.
You did it.
I know, yay! So for tapping the Drover of the Mighty, I'm going to play a Warstorm Surge.
Nice. Hey, you're going to deal damage this turn still.
Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under my control, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. And I will pass turn. I don't have to attack, right? So I go to end step, and I get my Goblin token, and then, pass turn.
You get to deal 1 damage.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Andy, to even it back out to 40, I'll do the 1 to you.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
I'll go down to 40.
With that on the stack, I'm going to cast Blue Sunzinger for X equals 3.
Ooh.
Targeting myself. Let me shuffle this guy in.
Shuffle that guy right back in.
Okay. Untap. And draw a card. Like drawing cards. I am going to play this Temple of Epiphany tapped and scry 1. Why not? People. I will. I think I am going to go to end step and discard 2 cards.
And make a goblin.
Wow.
And make a goblin. I'm going to discard mass manipulation because it would be really difficult to do that online.
Sure. Fair.
Oh,
And
we can figure out a way.
do that. No, it's in the graveyard. And I'll discard this island. And I'll make this 1/1 goblin.
Actually, someone mass manipulated on my stream last night, and it was devastating for everyone involved except for that person. Is that it?
That's my turn, yeah. At my end step,
Okay.
I get this goblin guy.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, let's see. I don't know what's going on here.
Coil,
We
does
can
he
do
have
this.
what is that? Is that a cool haircut, like, or is that an eyeball?
Those are his ears.
No, in the middle. What is that?
That's his eyeball.
Oh, he has one in the middle of his. Okay.
I'm going to
It
play
doesn't look
a
great.
land for turn. It's a plains. I think so. I don't have to attack currently,
Not until
No.
next turn.
but I can.
It's true.
I'm going to tap 1 to equip the Malefic Scythe to Gravedigger.
Great.
Anybody else just think of Gravedigger like the monster truck?
Yeah, Thursday on Guardian Project stream. It's Gravedigger and Malefic Scythe. Okay, sorry. So Gravedigger is currently a 3/3, and Andy, you only have a little bird up. I
You
think.
are correct. It's a 0/1 little bird.
Sounds fun. We're gonna ramble in this zombie toward that little bird and see what happens, I suppose.
We're gonna take 3 damage.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Then, second main. I don't know. We're gonna pay 2. I think I'll do it this way. Pay 2 for Altar's Reap. I'm going to sacrifice Gravedigger as an additional cost to Altar's Reap. A Malefic Scythe trigger. That soul counter goes up, and I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
If that resolves. Coil, I'm
Yeah.
looking at you. Okay.
Hey, cool with me.
1, 2. Then
Is Athreos out right now?
Athreos is. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. I missed
Yeah.
it. I'm brand new to this card. Andy, since you have the least life, I will ask you: would you like to pay 3 life for me to put this back in my hand?
No. You can actually have it. You can have it. I'm not paying 3 life, so you put it in your hand.
That's really nice of you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. And then with my final 2 mana, I will pay 2. Do artifacts? No, artifacts don't enter tapped. It doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, it is a Wishclaw Talisman, which will come in with 3 counters on it. I can't activate
Let
it.
me use it.
I will take into consideration any deals as we
What do you want?
move along here. But
What do you want? Because I'll search for it.
and then I'm gonna move to my end step, and I'm gonna make a goblin. I found my goblin tokens. Also, I apparently cleared most of my goblins out of my token boxes. But
I will untap, upkeep, and draw. And I am going to, let's see. I'm going to play a Stomping Grounds and lose 2 life.
Cool.
And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to play Marisi, Breaker of the Coil.
Don't break me.
It doesn't break you, Coil. All right, so it's a 5/4. Your opponents cannot cast spells during combat. When a creature you control deals damage to a player, you goad each creature that opponent controls. I will move to combat.
What's the power and toughness of your goblin right now?
A 2/1.
Okay. Then no response.
And I'm going to move to combat, and I am going to swing 2. Athreos is not a creature right now, correct, Colin?
It is not.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4 is
2
my
2
devotion.
this way.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm taking 2 damage. Is that right?
You are, and your
Okay.
creatures hath been goaded. They must all swing if they can, and not at me.
They were going to anyway. Although I do suppose I would probably have some ways to sacrifice things like this little goblin, but you know,
And then after that, I pass my turn.
I have to make like a goaded trigger.
Untap.
We're
Draw.
goading.
Keeping the trend alive. Another tap land.
Nice.
This time it's not optional. This is an actual tap land.
Rugged Highlands?
Yep.
Nice.
So rugged.
And okay, so let's see here. How do I want to do this? I want to flip flop these. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. But red and a green and a white, I guess, doesn't really matter on the third one. I will play an overabundance.
What is that?
It's might be my favorite card of all time. It is an enchantment. It says whenever a player taps a land for a mana, that player adds 1 additional mana to his or her mana pool of the same type, and overabundance deals 1 damage to him or her.
Oh, okay.
So it's mana ramp for everybody, but you take a damage every time you tap a land.
Okay.
And then if that's resolving,
Yes.
I will tap my 2 lands here for 2 green off the fortified village and 2 red. Well, actually, I have to funnel it through here, so it's awkward. But basically, I want a red and a green, and then 2 colorless, and I can do that through these. And a 5th mana off the Drover of the Mighty. Take my 2 damage. Let me go do that. 38 to play Regisaur Alpha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it has haste, and I get a 3/3 Dino token. I'm just loading up on various tokens today. Let me grab that. This token.
Warstorm Surge targets players, right? It's not all players.
It correct. It's I get. So yeah. So I cast this. I get the 2 triggers. The
And it's
first
any
time
target, right? It's not even just players.
it's target creature or player. It's I think it might be errata to just say any target. I'd have to look, but it says target.
So
creature.
I think it would count Planeswalker.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So I scoot the Gishath over a little bit. So I get my 2 ETB triggers on Regisaur Alpha and the token. That's 7 total, 4 and then 3. I will do 4 to Coil and 3 to Colin.
Taking 3.
Yeah.
And then I go to combat, and because of the token, the Goblin token, I have to attack with everything that is able to, which is all my creatures because they have haste.
Dear God.
Excuse me.
Oh, gosh.
What have you done?
Let's see here. You got Jori N as a 2/3 maybe? 2/3.
2/3.
Marisi's a 5/4. Jeez, you got a 5/4. Ugh. Okay. All right.
What,
So
sorry, before you declare attacks,
yes.
Marisi says during any combat or only your combat?
Your opponents cannot. It's any combat, and only my opponents cannot cast spells.
Right. Okay. So I am actually going to respond as you declare moving to combat.
Okay. Yep.
I am going to tap this for 2 red and take 1 damage. I'm going to cast a Chaos Warp targeting Warstorm Surge.
Ooh.
All right.
That's pretty solid, Coil.
Yeah.
Going on the bottom. Let's shuffle it up.
Only one time Coil, I think it was Coil, you Chaos Warped my... It's a white enchantment that puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature whenever one enters. What is that? Catherine's Crusade?
Yep.
Yes.
And and someone cut the deck and we revealed and we put it right back on the battlefield.
Oh my god.
I'm actually confused about Chicago. I had a Guile on the battlefield with my Niv Mizzet Perun deck.
Uh-huh.
And the exact same thing happened. And it just it was already doing work. And then I just threw it right back on the battlefield.
It feels so good.
The best part was the guy said, I want to cut because I'm not going to cut to it. And then he did. So it was awesome. All right. Coil, where should I cut?
Take the top card and put it on the bottom of your library.
Hey-o.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Big reveal. Temple Altasaur.
Ooh.
Oh no.
What's Temple Altasaur?
3/4, and it says if a source would deal damage to another dinosaur I control, prevent all but one of that damage.
Cool. Okay, so after that resolves, I'm going to tap this island and take a life again for 2 blue. And using 1 of that blue, I'm going to Pongnify that dinosaur you just got.
Hey-o.
Destroy it and you get a 3/3 green ape. On cast, I'll draw a card from Jori.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Whew. I can take a breath for a second. I'm like, all these dinosaurs are coming. Then they just disappeared off the screen. I was like, all right. Relax.
I'm going to end up taking 2 mana burn.
Chris, did we lose you on Discord as well or just on Spell Table? Eek, we might have lost Chris.
Internet, no.
No, internet, no. Uh-oh. All right. Let's see.
We had a pretty crazy storm come through Chicago 2 days ago. Trees are down everywhere.
Coming back.
Hey, we're back.
He's back.
All right.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know what just happened there. My internet.
Been there.
Yeah. I thought I got Path to Exiled off the internet there.
No, Pongnified.
Okay, I was close.
We cast a Fairy's Protection and redirected it at you for just a second.
Right.
Got it. So Coil, I missed it. Pognify on
Your new dinosaur you just got.
the Temple Altasaur. Okay.
Yeah.
Guess I'll just flip it over, maybe?
Sure. It's a green ape, right?
It's a green ape.
All right.
And then that's it for my responses.
Okay.
So now we're in combat.
Yep.
I can't cast spells.
All right. So I have to attack with everything. They all have haste, except actually the one that you Pognified does not have haste, so I don't have to attack with it anymore.
Right.
Okay. So Andy, I'm gonna send the 2/3 flyer at you.
Okay.
Coil, I'm going to send Regisaur Alpha at you. It's a 4/4.
Yeah.
And the 3/3 Trampler and the Goblin at Colin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take 4 because after
Four
declaring no
coming at
loss.
me, is that right?
Yeah, 4 to Coil, 4 to Colin, 2 in the air to Andy.
I cannot block.
I am going to take 2.
And then go to end step. Do I get another Goblin token?
You do.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. Doesn't deal damage, though. My Warstorm Surge is gone. Sad face.
Yes.
I love those unstable goblins that you have, though. That's great.
Yeah.
I actually have a goblin deck, Pashalnik, I think is how you pronounce it. The one from Modern Horizons.
Oh,
It's a lot of fun.
Or whatever.
Pashalnik, there we go. Yes, thank you,
Nice.
Pashalnik. Yeah.
Hey, Andy, did you cast Marisi this last turn?
I sure did.
It should be tapped.
Oh, you're right.
Indeed.
Untap. No draw. Hey, I like that card. I'm gonna play this island.
Playing an
I
island.
am gonna tap this for 2 red and take a damage. I don't know if I like this or not yet. I don't know if I like it or not.
What, the
yet.
doubling mana and taking damage thing?
Yes.
I think I like it.
I guess I'll tap my Soul Ring for 2. Use
I-
1 red and 1 colorless to cast a Dockside Extortionist.
Ooh.
Wait, how did that play?
So I tap my Temple of Epiphany for 2 red.
Oh, I
because the
see.
enchantment
My
character
bad.
says.
Okay.
And then so I have 1 red floating and 1 colorless floating.
You're
That
good.
side-
I thought for a second you were tapping the Soul Ring to add a red, and I was like, wait.
Yeah, no.
You're good. You're good. My bad.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 treasures. Yeah,
I have 3
I have
enchantments and artifacts, right?
correct.
3 over here.
Yeah, I think it's 5. And then, Chris, you have 1, right? You just have 1 artifact or enchantment?
Yeah, I have overabundance. That is it.
Okay.
So I get 5 treasures.
Here, I just realized I've got a 3/3 beast token to replace this card, so this can go into the graveyard.
Perfect.
Actually, an 8, but
God, I forgot about overabundance
Overabundance is
already.
pretty cool, though.
I'm going to use the 2 floating mana I have, and I'm going to cast an Isocron Scepter.
Oh,
ooh,
okay.
okay.
This was the card I was talking about. I am going to. So if it resolves, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to exile Is It Charm.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
what the modes on that again are what?
Is It Charm? The modes are counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. It deals 2 damage to target creature, or draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards.
My goodness.
Okay.
On casts, actually, I draw a card from Jori.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
And then I have to go to combat. So I declare moving to combat.
Yeah.
I am going to swing my 1/1 goblin. I'll swing both these at Andy. Why not? 2, 3, and a 1/1.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2.
I feel like between the
No, it's
constant
3.
having to
Or I take 3. You're right. I take 3, and 2 of it is commander damage from Jorian. Okay.
between overabundance and the fact that we all have to attack, this game is just
It's kind of.
life totals are just trouble right now.
I'm gonna pass the turn after that.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Nothing happens on my upkeep. I will draw. I will play my land for turn. Let's see. I guess with overabundance, I'm going to play a swamp.
Overabundance
Okay.
is pretty nice, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so every time I tap a land, it taps for 2 and I get dealt 1.
Yeah.
It taps for the color. Let's see, the same type of mana that you're tapping it for. So if it was if you have a
If
land
it's
that can
isolated chapel, I tap either for 2 white or 2 black.
exactly. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to tap a swamp for 2 black, take a damage. I'm going to use one of those to equip Malefic Scythe to this goblin. Then I'm going to use the black floating to cast Village Rites, sacrificing the goblin as the additional cost. Would anyone like to pay 3 life? No? Okay. I'm not gonna ask on the tokens. That's gonna tick this up. Does this resolve Village Rites?
You got it.
Draw 2 cards, 1 and 2. I am going to I suppose while I am just sitting with no creatures here, I'm going to move to combat. I am goaded. I don't have any creatures.
You also can't cast any spells right now.
True.
Thank you. Then I'm going to move to my second main phase.
Nice,
Thanks.
nice.
Yeah, that's how we'll get out of
no.
that, right? Okay, I'm going to pay 1 life or take a damage from overabundance for 2 black, and I will cast Orzhov Enforcer. And I will pay...
We better see that grave digger again.
I still have nothing in the graveyard to get back yet. I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't let anything get into the graveyard yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay or get dealt a damage by overabundance. Have 2 black mana in my pool. I'm going to cast Cauldron Familiar. Each opponent is going to lose 1 life, and I'm going to gain 1 life.
All right.
37.
And with the second, with the other black mana that is floating, I am going to equip the. What thing is cooler? I'm going to equip the Orzhov Enforcer with the Malefic Sights. So this thing is currently a 4/5 Death Touch
Okay.
with Afterlife 1.
Oh, these all enter tapped, by the way.
Oh, yes, they do. Thank you. But currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's not a creature yet. Athreos is still not a creature. Working on that. I suppose. What do we want to? What? Anyone have any? What's going on with this Wishclaw Talisman?
You should give it to me.
Oh God.
The Isokron Scepter, the Marisi. I feel like Marisi is the least likely to do
Yeah.
the
I feel
worst
like I'm in
thing.
danger still.
So we will tap.
Coil, how many cards do you have in
1.
hand? Just curious.
4.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take a damage, floating 1 white. I have 1 white floating. I'm just gonna put that there. Tap this, remove a counter from it. Andy, if I give this to you, will you give it to me back?
Of course.
Okay. Wishclaw Talisman is yours, sir.
All right.
And I am going to go looking for a card. Shuffle my library after. It's not going to take me very long to find
I have
something.
the claw. I don't have time to draw because I'm going to give it the claw.
Okay.
What do I have to pay to do it? What's the CMC
You have
for
to
it?
pay 1 and tap it.
Okay.
And remove a counter from it.
And
when
it has
you
2 on it. Okay.
That's right.
And you can only do it at sorcery speed.
You can only do it during your turn. Yep.
Oh, so you can do it at instant
So you can
speed
do
during
it
your turn?
instant speed. Yes, you can.
Ah, nice. Good clause.
And then an opponent gains.
Does it go to your hand or on top of your library?
It goes. Good question. Into your hand.
Okay.
So I've found my card. That's this card right here. I'm just going to shuffle real quick. Speed shuffle. I don't. This is only the 3rd time I played with this deck. There's definitely some other cards I probably should have found, but we'll see how it goes. There's the cut, and then going to pale. So I still have 1 white floating. I'm going to use that white to cast Skull Clamp.
Ooh.
Very
And
nice.
yeah. I'm going to black or white. We'll go with white. Floating a white. Equip Skull Clamp to Cauldron Familiar.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to die. Draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I can 1, 2, 3.
You have an Athreos trigger.
Oh, Athreos trigger pointed at the lowest life total coil.
Yeah, you're gonna leave that one in the graveyard. I'll take 3.
Sure.
Also, Colin, did you lose 1 life for tapping that plains? I don't remember.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been on top of that, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, you have. I've been watching.
thank you. I do need to I'm gonna tap this black, lose a life, have a black floating. Oh no.
You're in charm range.
Use those 2 black to cast Animate Dead. I'm going to Animate Dead the Cauldron Familiar. Cauldron Familiar, everyone will lose a life and I'll gain a life.
Okay.
No, that's fine. I don't counter
Thank you.
it.
Great. Then I'm going to use this white floating to equip Skull Clamp to the Cauldron Familiar.
Yeah.
Cauldron Familiar would die. Coil, would you like to lose 3 life again?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna draw 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 cards in hand. I am going to.
Wait, your scythe needs to be getting more counters. I think it needs 2 more, right?
No, it's only when the equipped creature dies.
Oh, equipped creature. Okay.
Yep. Unfortunately, the scythe is going to get too big for me to equip Skull Clamp to things.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to discard a card, and it is going to be Forsaken Sanctuary, and I will go to my end step. So before that, I create a goblin, and I probably could have just equipped the goblin. Oh, I can't do that. That's instant speed. That's it. That's my turn.
All right. Untap. I will.
And this thing is still not a creature.
Draw.
Athreos.
All right. I am going to move my Lightning Greaves over to Marisi.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play a mountain. And I am going to mood combat.
Cool. No response.
No responses. Okay. I am going to swing 7 at Coil.
No blocks.
Okay.
Taking 13 damage this round.
Okay, second main. I'm going to tap this mountain for 2 red, and I'm going to use 1 to tap the claw. I'm going to just give it right back to Colin.
Thank you very much. This is down to 1 counter and still tapped.
What do I want?
And you do take 1 for tapping.
I do take 1. You are correct. Thank you. This is the first land that I've tapped since that happened.
Yep. Yes, Chris has not had an upkeep with that yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't. But I will, and it's going to hurt. I promise.
You will?
I hope so.
Those dinosaurs go to another board, right? Please?
So it goes right to my hand.
Yep.
I've not played against this, or I've never been able to tutor in this deck, and I don't know if I've really played enough to know what the best card to grab at this point is. So
yes, I was the same. Like, I just built this deck and I saw Skull Clamp and I was like, that will just help me get other cards that I might need at some point.
I would have almost assuredly tutored up Warstorm Surge. Shocker. Surprise. It's back.
I mean, this seems like a lot of fun, but like, do I? Oh Lord. No, I'm gonna do what I think is right.
Do what you think's right.
All right, it's going to be this one card. Okay, let me shuffle my deck. I feel like I made a huge mistake just now. Well, hold on. Before I'm done entirely.
No regrets.
No regrets. Yeah, I don't want to regret that I grabbed a card that's probably not what I need, actually.
Not even one letter.
While I'm doing this, someone talk about something.
Oh, just something.
You guys.
This deck used to be the most dirtily deck in the world, and it's only marginally better than what it was before.
This is like the most dirtily that I've ever played. Most of my decks are like just straight go the tour brand. On the break I was looking at Ilharg and I was like, hey, what's up, Ilharg? Mono red again. I definitely have an affinity for smashy things.
I also do, Colin. I actually don't think I have a dirtly deck.
I'm grabbing this one instead.
I'm trying to expand.
Yeah.
I played with the MTG Lexicon crew, and after the stream they showed me this amazing spreadsheet they have that tracks like every player that's ever played, every commander that's ever played, the win percentages, the percentage of color that each of their hosts has in each of their decks. So I was curious, and I did that to myself. I was like, I'm gonna get all my decks. I have about 23 of them, and type in their colors to my own spreadsheet and see what my percentages are. And I was super surprised that blue was the top color. But I went and looked through like all of my blue decks are like smashy too. I have Brutaclad and a couple 5-color decks and things like that. But it's kind of interesting, like for anyone that's watching or for all of you, like to kind of look at the makeup of your decks at a higher level and what they all do.
I started creating one this year, but I'd love to check out MTG Lexicon's spreadsheet. That'd be really nice.
It's crazy cool.
So I cast Silhana Ledgewalker just now. It can't be blocked except by creatures with flying, and it can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. It's a 1/1. It comes in tapped.
This is the best card.
Oh, and I take a damage.
The mutate decks, by the way, if the mutate deck has
it is so good.
Yeah. And then after that, I pass my turn.
The one that's unblockable, Glistener Elf, unblockable.
Oh yeah.
Is also really good. I feel like that spreadsheet thing. Well, I'm untapping here, by the way. I feel like the spreadsheet. It sounds like one of those city personality tests.
Oh yeah,
how
totally.
do you play Magic? I'm like out of space here. Okay, there we go. Got everything untapped. We're all good here. Now draw. I don't have any upkeep stuff. Let me just double check that. No. Okay, draw. Okay, so this is where the pain begins for me because I have to tap my lands. Not for everybody else, just for me. Don't worry.
I still think there's going to be a considerable amount of pain for everybody else.
I have a really bad feeling that Coil is holding up like a Cyclonic Rift, and I'm just going to get blown out.
I do not play Cyclonic Rift in this deck.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
It was a dirtily deck. Now it's only really dirtily.
It did used to be. I mean, it used to be like, I'm going to bounce everything back to the battlefield, or from like to your hands, including my own stuff, and then recast it later. It's like, oh.
Yeah, that's painful. Okay, I am going to tap out here. So I'm going to get a red. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So I'm just going to mark that now before I start tapping everything, and I'll declare each. So I need 2 red, 2 green, 2 more red,
I feel like
2 more green,
finale
2 white, 2 green.
X10 coming, maybe? No, it had to be 2 red.
So I've got 12 total. A lot of red and green out there. 2 red, 2 green. So it's 4 red and 4 green and 4 plains. I think I missaid that. So yeah, 4 of each basically.
4
is how
of
we're
all
gonna
3
run this.
colors. Okay.
Cool.
12
I think
mana.
that's how I need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so for 8, gonna bring out Big Stompy Boy. Gishath is getting cast. I leave 4 mana in the pool. I need to leave. So I have 4, 4, and 4. I'm using 1 of each of the 3. So I've got 3 of each left. I'm going to use all 3 of the plains mana to go into Gishath. So it'd be, and then I'll use 1 each of red and green. I know this is like super complicated. I could get dice out. I promise I have the right mana.
You have 2
3
green,
and
2
3
red
green.
open.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait, is it not 3?
Because he had to use it into Gishath, so for the
I guess you have
8.
to. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. I actually, when I said 2 plains and 2 green here, I had it right the first time. So I apologize on that. I actually
that's
need.
fine. Yep.
I apologize. I only needed 2 plains, so I have 3 green and 3 red still floating.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not that much. Not that much. 2 green, 3 green and 2 red still floating. I believe. Right? 1, 2, 3. I've made a mess of this. 8, 4, 3 green, 1 red still floating.
Okay,
There we
okay.
go. There we go. Sorry.
We got there.
My goodness. All right, that was my bad. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a Cinder Vines. So using up the red and the green, and I have 2 green left.
So when someone taps in, take damage.
When
Sorry, Coil,
someone
you
casts
cut out
a
just a
non-
little bit. What does Cindervine do again?
Cinder Vines says whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to that player, and then I can pay 1 colorless to sack it to destroy an artifact or an enchantment, and it deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller.
I'm gonna tap this island for 2 and take a damage. I'm gonna tap my ice Master to make a copy of Izzet Charm, and then cast that copy of Izzet Charm to counter target spell unless it's controlled 2.
Nice.
Ooh.
Forgot about that
But you
thing.
have 2 open, right?
I know I do. I have 2 floating.
Oh, you do have 2? Oh,
Yeah, he had 4 mana.
I have 2 green left. It actually is still a really good move because it stops me from doing the last thing I wanted to do.
Galta.
Galta, oh my god.
I'm trying to think. I'm
Maybe-
trying to think of like what the green
Yeah, might be Galta.
or
All right, I'm gonna let it get coming.
Henge.
Okay.
Cindervines is gone.
And with that, so that'll resolve, and then with that last 2, it is Galta.
Hey,
Oh god. Oh no.
So, like I said, a Cyclonic Rift or any sort of that type of thing blows me out here, but we're just going for it. Okay, so I'm gonna move to combat or pre-combat going into combat here.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, Coil's like, I got things to do.
Yeah, I know you probably do because
Chris, I mean, do you want to just swing at everybody else?
maybe, sure. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, if you want to make
I could do that.
All right, let's do that. All right, I'm fine. No response.
Right, so
Okay.
we're in combat.
We're in combat.
All right, so I am going to cast, before attackers are declared, Master Warcraft. It's an instant, cast only before attackers are declared. I declare which creatures attack and how each creature blocks this turn. So I decide who they swing at and if there's blocks.
Nice.
Chris, you betrayed me.
I know. I'm just a pawn in all of this.
So, oh boy.
There's a lot of stuff on the field.
Yeah,
to
there is.
choose
So Coil
everything.
has 13 life.
I'm
I
dead.
I can be a tool. Like I have this wish claw talisman and can help with obviously some of
Wait,
it
why would he not kill both of us right now?
because I can help him with Chris's board state.
Does he need help? Oh, I guess actually your deck is not very good in 1v1s against dinosaurs, I guess.
You are correct.
I can help you more, Andy. You know that.
I do know that, but I don't feel comfortable with that much mana available to be used on a turn for like bouncing and things.
I still only have 4 cards in my hand.
Yeah, I know. One
And
of
I
those could be a
countered
blue sun
Cinderbond.
Zenith.
This combo, by the way, of Marisi and
Master
Over
Warcraft.
yeah, is just great. Like no one else can do anything about it.
Yeah, I was like, so we're in combat. We're clear,
Yeah.
right? No one
Quality.
can. Okay, so
Yeah, so now you have like just a massive dino army.
yeah, so I'm gonna do Galta at Colin,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna do Gishath. So Gishath is a what?
You don't want Gishath to deal damage really, because
Well, everything has to attack, right?
It has to attack,
because
yeah.
of the stupid goblins. Oh man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Gishath is gonna is a what? What's its power type?
7/6 trample, vigilance, haste.
Okay, so the Regisaur Alpha is a 5.
4/4.
4/4. Okay, so that's gonna go at Coil. 4 at Coil, and the dinosaur next to it with the 3 power is gonna go at Coil. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Both goblins, so 8, 9 at Coil. 10, 11. I guess the Kinjali Sunwing and the ape at Coil.
Okay.
Galta,
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, 14 there.
and then the other 3 at Colin.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so 3 and 7 is 10, and 12 is 22 coming at Colin.
22 total.
This feels so good.
It feels
Yeah, I'm
This is why you always
on like
kill
totally
Marisi.
like trade Coil. Coil, I have not had a great first impression for you. I apologize.
I love it.
I show up and fiery emancipate you, and then my dinos get loose.
Obviously, I can't. I can't do
This
anything
100%
about this.
my fault. 100%.
Yeah.
Do you take your damage from Master Warcraft tapping your lands?
Oh, I take 2 damage. You're right. I take 2.
Man.
Okay, is this all? We're all set here then?
Oh, yeah, hurt. I just got to set my status here to eliminate it. Okay.
So
we're good.
19.
Alright. So damage resolves.
22.
Gishath's trigger
Down
hit.
to 6.
Gishath's trigger hits for 7, so I reveal the top 7 and can put any number of dinos revealed onto the battlefield.
This is the card that I ended up grabbing when I ended up tutoring.
Oh, nice. I
That was
love
a good
it.
That was a smart move. All right, Rhythm of the Wild. Here, I'm just gonna grab 7 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there we go. Command Tower, Gilded Lotus, Rhythm of the Wild, Chromatic Lantern, Explosive.
Whiff.
Oh no!
This is what Jesus was saying in chat. Whenever I play Gishath, there are 30. I'll have to double check the deck list. There's like 32 dinos in this deck. I always whiff. I'm shuffling it because these go on the bottom in random order.
Chat
love
said that,
that.
Chris, you got used that last turn.
Totally.
I got used hard. It's fine. It happens. Whatever.
Maybe from your perspective, it's fine.
Yeah, sorry, Coil. That's actually a bad. Yeah. All right, so I go to end step. I get another goblin, and that will. I'm unfortunately out of the foily goblins. I only have 2. That's a bummer. That is it, though. I will pass turn.
Ooh, I made it. I made it out alive. All right. Untap, upkeep. Nothing on my upkeep draw. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, gonna play a land for turn. It will be a Plains. And I have to find some kind of answer, so we're going to tap this Plains, take a damage down to...
Conveniently, you have an answer in your hand now.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm going to remove this. I have 1 mana floating. Remove this wish counter, and I'm going to give the talisman to Chris, here you are, a talisman with no wish counters.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
For doing all that. I guess I don't know.
It's a
A
trophy at
consolation
this point.
prize. Yeah, trophy. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go search for a card, and I'm. The sad thing is, I think I have to find like something that just kills everything, or else I'm dead to the overabundance. Like I can't tap lands unless I can kill that thing. So I have I have some like board wipes, but I don't know if I have something like planar cleansing or uh what would be the other one? I guess like oh god.
Hour of Revelation, maybe I think it is.
Yeah.
The one from Hour of Devastation, that 3 white exile all enchant or all non-land permanents.
Oh, Lord.
Merciless eviction.
I
But
don't
he can't tap 6 mana for that. Oh, you only have to tap 3. It's double. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
But that's modal. It doesn't get everything. I forgot about that.
Yeah. My goodness.
Austere command.
Yeah, nothing in here is gonna help here. I have a couple of rests, but only for creatures. I have a mortify to kill the enchantment, and then I'm dead to the other stuff. So we'll anything else that I can do? Oh.
Man.
Sadly. What is the there's one card.
Curiously, Coil, what did you have? Did you have anything that was gonna like bounce or anything?
No.
No. Okay.
Drawn from Dreams, Serum Visions, Torrential Gearhulk, Laboratory Maniac. So Torrential Gearhulk, I was gonna Chaos Warp one of the dinosaurs.
Sure. Man, Galta is huge.
All right. We'll yeah, Galta's just way too big.
It's so
You have
good.
to 2 mana too.
It's so good.
Yeah. My goodness. Okay, well, I have no decent outs here, so I'm gonna find a card, put it in my hand. I don't know if you saw that, but it's coming anyway. I have Shatter the Sky in my hand,
Oh.
so I'm gonna have a couple of people draw a card. Maybe Andy can find a.
So I have an answer if you actually don't wipe the board.
If I don't wipe the board,
I think the board has to be there. Otherwise, I don't have an answer.
Okay.
Chris, how much power do you have on the board right now?
A lot.
Blasphemous.
19, 22, 23, 24, 25. 7 is 32, 35, 37 total on the board.
So
I can afford to pay for. What do you need to live over there?
it's hard to say without giving away the card that's in my hand. But
yeah.
I need the big things alive.
You need the biggest things alive?
Yes.
Deals damage to all creatures equal to target creature power.
You don't need your small things alive, is what I'm hearing.
That I'd be okay with that if my small things go. Then that's if they have to go, they have to go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I just need to know what small is to you.
2 toughness.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Oh God. I don't know. I guess we'll tap one. Oh, I have a white floating. This is great. I have a white floating. I'm gonna use white floating to equip the goblin. Goblin is gonna die. I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to tap 1, 2, 3 lands, take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Down to 2 for Massacre Worm.
Okay.
When it
Okay.
enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents get -2/-2 until end of turn, and whenever a creature an opponent control dies, that player loses 2 life.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 6.
Here and take 6 as well.
And now Athreos is a creature, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Athreos is a creature.
The Massacre Worm enters tapped, FYI.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Kinjali Sunwing survives that little ordeal, huh?
Chat
Yeah.
said that's a
would've been
double
anyway.
Masters Massacre Worm too. Is it
Yes,
foil too?
is.
Yeah.
No, this isn't Double Masters.
It's
It's
foil.
M21. It is not foil.
Oh.
But yeah, it is the full art, which I'm super excited about.
Non-foils, superior foil.
I love me some foils.
I also love foils.
I am in trouble. I can tap. I can tap one. No, I can tap one land.
Mhm.
I can tap one land.
That's true.
So I'm gonna hold on to that for dear life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna put Gravedigger in the graveyard and
Gravedigger.
Pitiless Pontiff, who I can't currently cast because it's a white black,
Oh
and
no.
Oh my gosh.
it wouldn't have mattered. It would come in tapped anyway. So that's it. I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right, untap. Let's draw. Okay.
While you're doing that, Andy, just to clarify something, I tapped Gishath to demonstrate it was attacking. It has vigilance though,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Sure.
Great.
All right, so main phase 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to cast Mob Rule and gain control of all creatures, power 4 or greater. Untap them, they gain haste.
Heyo. I kind of
a
knew
good
that was coming. It's kind of funny. So you're going to gain control of Athreos,
And then
but
it's going to turn off.
it might turn off. You're also going to gain control of Massacre Worm, but do you untap them?
I untap them and they gain haste until end of turn.
Yeah, Massacre Worm and Orzhov Enforcer.
Okay. And there's a Gishath and the Regisaur Alpha and a Galta. Okay, so Galta's 12 plus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 right there with Chris's.
you can only kill one of us, it looks like. Well, no, maybe
Well,
not.
because
You've
I
got-
have Marisi and the Worm
you're good.
Coil engine, or the
Massacre.
Massacre Worm.
This is before combat?
This is before combat. Yeah, this is main phase 1, sorcery speed.
You go to 15, by the way, Andy, from Overabundance, and then that all.
How big is Marisi and what's on it? Is that a Greaves?
It's a 5/4 with a Lightning Greaves.
And you don't have any other creatures.
I have no other creatures.
What
Respond.
What is your smallest thing?
Small. I have a 2/3 Kinjali Sunwing.
The 2/3.
I have 3 3/3s, and then goes up from there.
Yeah, we're both dead anyway, right? Even if I die. I'm thinking about just tapping 2 lands here.
Yeah, you do it.
These go away.
I think Andy's got it. If you have I have no response, so he's got it. He's got.
Yeah,
power.
I have no response.
You can go out on your own terms if you want.
No. I will do what I was going to do. I'm gonna tap 1 land. Lose a life. For Erebos's intervention, I'm going to gain 1 life. and I'll give Massacre Worm -1/-1.
Actually, if you did that to Regisaur Alpha, Andy wouldn't be able to steal it. I don't know if that actually makes a difference or not, but it might let you.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
no, it does. It would let you live
Well,
technically.
what if you did it to your own?
If I make it smaller.
If you
If
did
you
it to your
make
own
either, I don't know what Massacre Worm's power toughness is, but
Oh, right. So if I do it to the Orzhov Enforcer on the stack, I'm still dead, but I'm gonna keep my Orzhov Enforcer.
and does that turn Athreos off, or is there enough white?
No,
pips
Athreos is going to be turned off, I think.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've got one white from Gishath.
So he still gains control of it because it's a creature, and then it
Yes.
will be a creature.
And then it turns off. So I have that. I have a Massacre Worm, and then I have the 3 dinos. Okay.
Yep.
So I am going to move to combat, and I am going to swing the 3 dinos at. So that would be what? It's 18 right there, Chris?
It's 23.
Oh, it's 23 in dinos?
12, yeah, 12, 4, and 7.
Okay, so I'll swing.
Oh, nice. Oh, you still have it though, because you have Marisi.
Yeah,
Correct. So well, no.
yeah.
Yeah? No, I don't.
Oh no,
No, you don't, because you have a
Colin,
blocker.
you would live.
Oh yeah.
Orzhov Enforcer.
Well, either way, it was gonna I think either way, even if you didn't cast it, it was still gonna. Or would I have gained Orzhov Enforcer?
You would have gained.
Oh,
have,
okay, yeah, fair enough.
4 power.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to, I guess then, move to combat, and I will swing. Actually, Orzhov Enforcer is Death Touch.
Is Death Touch 2?
So if I do 23 at Chris, he can't tap a land.
Oh no.
And so I'm going to do 23 at Chris, and I'm going to do the other 2 at Colin.
The Marisi. What are you sending my way?
Marisi and Massacre Worm.
Okay. I will block Marisi with Orzhov Enforcer.
And then, and Chris, you're just going to go to 1. And I guess does the Gishath trigger have to happen?
Well, even before that, so Gishath is a damage trigger.
So
it is. It says when it deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. You actually have to do it, and then it says.
So there's a Marisi death trigger then.
Well, this happens after. So this is on damage. This is after damage because it'll die.
Marisi dies on damage.
So I'm gonna stack them, I guess. So I'm gonna do Gishath first then. So.
But you have a Massacre Worm and Athreos trigger.
Correct.
Okay.
The Massacre Worm is against Colin, correct? When that Orzhov Enforcer dies, right?
It's when Marisi dies because you own Massacre Worm. Each one of it would be with Orzhov.
Yeah, the Orzhov will die. So
right.
Colin actually will die. No, yeah, he will.
I'm gonna die no matter what.
Wait, Marisi's doing enough damage to kill Orzhov Enforcer?
It deals 5.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna I reveal 7. 1, 2.
So even if you had attacked the Massacre Worm at Chris, it would have been fine because then I would.
So I get no dinos. I know there's no. Well, actually, I guess there technically is a dinosaur. I think I run Kanjali Sunwing myself, but okay. So that does nothing. So now damage resolves, and Chris is at 1. Colin.
This dies. I am gonna die to Massacre Worm or the death.
So I'm going to stack it, I guess, because I want my Marisi trigger to... Well, no, I don't want to put... You can put Marisi in the graveyard, ask, and then put it in the command zone, right? Or would Marisi have to go to the command zone for Athreos?
State-based. You have to determine what zone it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to go to the command zone.
Right.
And then Orzhov Enforcer dies.
No, you could do that with the dies trigger.
Well, the thing is, when the damage hits, Colin dies, right? So like he's eliminated.
Well, no, he's dying from the Massacre Worm.
Right, but I guess what I'm saying is
No,
when
I'm
the
dying from
damage.
Massacre Worm
Oh, for
damage.
Athreos, you mean?
Yeah, anything that's
Yeah, so
damage
Athreos-
trigger won't
Sure.
exist.
Fair enough.
You're eliminated.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
That's true.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm dead.
Well,
And then after that, I pass my turn.
Good luck, Chris.
Untap. Can't actually do anything unless I get free spells somehow, which I don't think there are any of those. Draw. I guess for lulls, I'll play the land just because, you know, why not? Okay, well, I'll just make this really easy. I'm just going to full swing. Well, I don't need a full swing, actually. I'm just going to attack you. Do you have any creatures? No?
No.
Not currently?
No.
Okay, I'll attack you with things that I don't care about. So, Regisaur Alpha, Galta, Dinosaur and Beast. That should be enough to...
Sure.
Hispanic at the disco. Jesus says attack and pray.
Yep.
I'm going to respond, and I'm going to cast Arachnogenesis and make 4 spiders and fog.
Nice. There
Okay.
it is.
Yep.
it's fog except for.
Fog except
Spider
for
damage.
spiders.
So you can block.
Or- No, they come in tapped.
Sure. But his creatures, it prevents all damage by non-spiders. So I take no damage and I fog.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
And you win because you have 4 creatures
I have
to
4
attack.
creatures.
And 3 blockers.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I was like, just swing with more than 3.
Ah!
Yeah, and in my head I was like, oh, I'll just attack with these 2, but then I'm like, oh, maybe he's got something to like prevent damage or something. I don't know.
I thought I was going to go fog of some sort. I did not.
I knew it was I knew you had something, obviously.
What'd you say, Coil?
So I knew it was a fog, but I did not expect Arachnogenesis. It's my
Same.
favorite fog. It is my favorite fog.
It's the best fog. So yeah, you make a 1/2 spider with reach, and where X is the number of creatures attacking you, prevent all combat damage be dealt by non-spider creatures. So strong. Marisi actually won a game, folks.
Heyo.
Hey.
I can't believe it. Well, Chris and Colin, thank you so much for joining our stream tonight. Everybody who followed and hung out with us on stream, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Again, you can find me and Coil online. You can find me on Twitter at ATFlory.
You can find me on Twitter at WormCoilEngine.
And check out our podcast. You can find that on Twitter at GuardianPod. Again, you can also find our content at GuardianProjectPodcast.com. We stream every Thursday, and we produce our podcast every Wednesday. Chris and Colin, where can everybody find you online and your content?
You can find me on Twitter at ChaiStyleGaming or at ConvictionMTG. And Colin?
At Colin O'Clock on Twitter and twitch.tv/Colin O'Clock.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And we will be back next week, Thursday, with more content. Have a great night, everyone.
Night night.
Night.
Take care, everyone.